Fellow Malaysians, let's talk about jobs. Jobs should be the number one concern for any government, especially now. We've had a long time in which we don't bother so much about jobs. We have a situation where Malaysians are working as cheap labor in Singapore, and Malaysia hire unskilled foreign labor from Bangladesh and Indonesia. This is time for us to rethink, because those who are in services in Singapore, they are likely to be retrenched. And those who are in services in Malaysia, for instance in airline, in hotels, and in tourism, most likely some of them will be retrenched. The Malaysian government will have to start thinking about creating a safety net for them and creating jobs for them. Those who work in Singapore and now got retrenched, as well as those in Malaysia who got retrenched. We have to think big and we have to think unconventional. And we cannot rely on the old model of exporting our way out of a problem, because this is a global crisis. US has just lost 30 million jobs. In the months and years to come, US will bring their factories back to US. There will be a reshoring process because they needed manufacturing jobs, but also because the global supply chain is not seen viable. So this whole idea that we had in the last 50 years, in which we produce for the US and Europe and treating them as the final destination of export, will not work anymore. And we will have to re-examine, do we depend on huge number of unskilled foreign labor, or we just keep the skills one, treat everyone fairly, feed them, and when time is right after the COVID crisis, we will have to reduce the number of foreign workers and start creating jobs for Malaysians. Because we need to feed everyone to ensure that there is a harmonious society. I worry for everyone. I worry that we will lose many more jobs. And I hope those in office, those in power, will do the right thing.